Hello, welcome to Mindset Monday. I meant to type that in as our title for today, but I'll do it when we're done. How's everybody doing? Happy Monday. It is November 2nd. Oh, there's so much going on in the world right now, but we are here in this tribe to focus on what's going on in our worlds. So I hope everybody is having a great start to their week. I hope you had a great weekend. Hello, welcome. Hi, Lucy, good to see you. Hi, Lisa. Yeah, so please say hello. It's the only way I can see who you are. I use this app called Ecamm Live. For those of you who have a Facebook group, it's actually a really cool way to stream into your group. But the only downside is I can't see who's on unless you say hi. But it's also an upside because then I get to ask you to say hi. So hi Dana, hi Sue, hi Amy. Good to see you all here today. So originally my intention for today's topic was going to be, hi Joanne, all about the structures of failure and success. And then I spent the weekend working on, I don't even want to say working. I spent the weekend playing with my vision for the Alignment Tribe. And in playing with my vision, what I want to create for the Alignment Tribe, I started to think about how it is that I create what it is that I want. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Kim. And thought that this would actually be a really fun thing to share with all of you. So you can get more, or maybe this might be, you might get more out of Mindset Monday. I'm talking about this on an upcoming episode of the podcast as well, but you're going to get the sneak peek in here. So if you are watching live, say hello. If you're watching the replay, let me know because I do love to come back and check in with you. So today we're going to talk about why having vision is essential to creating what you want. Are you guys excited about this? This is probably one topic that I was surprisingly excited to talk about. I'm a dreamer. I'm an optimist. I love the whole process of creating ideas, creating possibilities, the potentials, like in my strengths finders, like futuristic is one of my things. It's really something I love to do. And there's a really fun way to conceptualize what it is that you want and then bring it into vision. Hi, Patty. So that you can actually start to take action. So you might want to get paper and pencil for this one. And I love interaction. You all know that. So as many questions as you want to throw at me, whatever it is that you need, please feel free as we go. This is your time to get your questions answered, to get what it is that you need. So if you've been spinning your wheels, if you've been feeling overwhelmed or unfocused, if you feel like you're not really making the progress that you want, and this is at every level. This is for my brand new creators, people who are just now creating their health, their business, relationship. And it's for those of you who have created something and now you're wanting it to expand. Your six-figure business becomes a multi-six-figure business or a seven-figure business. So this process that I'm going to share with you today, you can use at every, my hair is driving me crazy. You can use it every step of the way. So this process is not just for a brand new creation. This is for every level of creation. So in traditional goal setting, we're told to set a goal and then just work the process to reach that goal. And then what most of us do, which I used to do for years, I'd set a goal and then I'd say, how do I get there? And I would just start taking action, right? It was actually a lot of busy work. I was just trying to do what I saw other people do, maybe try to just mimic them or like figure it out. Like if they're successful doing XYZ, then I need to do XYZ. But then what happens is you get so lost in the process or switching from one process to another process or this, or that it feels like you make a little progress and then you come back. or the progress you make feels like effort rather than fun, right? Has anyone had these experiences where you just set the goal and then you say, okay, now what do I have to do to get there? That's right. This is how we're told to set goals. This is like the basics of what we're all taught, right? You just set the goal and then you figure out how to make it happen. Well, we're going to smash that. So I want you to take out of your mind any ideas you've had about goal setting or how to reach the outcomes that you want. Just put them aside and be open to a different way of looking at things. So let's start with what it is you want to create. Not the goal that you're setting, but what you want to create. You are a powerful, conscious creator. So what is it that you want to create? It's like an artist who starts with a blank canvas. Start with nothing. And when I say start with nothing, start just with conception. What is it that you would love? What would you like to create? And you can choose just one area of life for this if it helps you to just have a starting point. Say it's your health. Say it's your business. What is it that you want to create? And by starting with nothing, what I mean is it's not coming from what you've done in your past or what you haven't done in your past or what someone else has done or what they've created. It's not about what you think is possible or not possible. It's blank canvas. Start from nothing and form it in pictures. Start to create pictures in your mind of what it is that you want to create. Now, I know that some people are more auditory. That's me. Some people are more kinesthetic. They feel. And then some people are more visual, like my sister. But here's the thing. All of us have the capacity to be visual. All of us have the capacity to create images. It's just a matter of practice. Just like any other muscle that you want to build, if you want a stronger bicep, you got to work that bicep muscle. If you want to have more visual creation, just practice creating pictures in your mind. And why pictures, why images? They're really, really powerful. They're powerful for your subconscious mind and your superconscious, your intuition, the field of all information. Both are highly symbolic. Both really work in the realm of pictures. And if you think about it, it's so true that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Pictures have feeling. Pictures have emotion. Pictures have sounds and thoughts, right? It's a deeper understanding or a deeper level of the creation that you want, and it feels real in your mind. So as you begin to conceptualize what it is that you want, you can add things to your picture. You can take things away. You can look at your picture from different angles, like look at your creation from outside, be the observer, or look at it from the inside, like you're looking through your own eyes. What's around you? What do you see? Imagine you're looking at it from up above. What does it look like? It's going to give you a richer picture. And how clear does this picture need to be? I think this is a place where a lot of us get a little bit like wrapped up in getting it right. And here's the thing, it doesn't have to be crystal clear. The picture of what you want to create only has to be clear enough that you will recognize it when you have it. So if the picture is clear enough that if you were to step into this reality, you'd say, oh yeah, this is about what I thought it would be. That's clear enough. It doesn't have to be 100%. We're just starting with a general concept, like the business that you want to create, whether you're launching it or scaling it to 7 figures. What you're wanting to create doesn't have to be 100% clear. But as you're conceptualizing, make sure that it's not tied to what you've already done or what you think is possible or what someone else has done or what they haven't done. Just start with what you love. Start with what brings you joy. Start with what lights you up. And then just play with it. Imagine who's with you, who works with you, who you're serving. It's all possibility. It's just concepts. Nothing's concrete. It's all just in your imagination. Just like when an artist wants to create something, a song, a book, a painting, it's often conceptualized in their imagination lots and lots of different ways. What if I did it this way? What if it looked like this? What if we added this? What if we took away that? Right? Before they ever write it down or grab the brush or start typing, right? You don't have to be crystal clear on how it ends, right? Just get into that fun of conceptualizing, because there's no right way of doing this. There's no right way of painting. There's no right way of writing a song. There's no right way of creating a product or a business or creating a life you love. So as you experiment, just become an expert on your own creative process, because it's the only one that's relevant to your life. Everyone has their own unique creative process. So just tune into what this process becomes for you, because you'll be going from conception to vision. So concept is general. This is like putting everything out there. And then vision is being specific. Hi, Keely. Concept is experiencing new ideas, like trying things out, trying the possibilities. It's all in your mind. So let it have some fun. And you can do this when you meditate, when you go for a walk, when you daydream, when you talk with friends, with one caveat: only conceptualize with people who are also conscious creators. Because the moment that you try to conceptualize with someone who is not a conscious creator, they will start to derail you with what they think is possible. Right? So where's a place that you could do this? Where could you find people who will consciously create with you? Hint, you're here. It's in the Alignment Tribe. This is a place where you can come and conceptualize. You can meet with other people. You can post something here and allow for others to help expand and grow your ideas and what's possible for you. And of course, inside Align and Design Your Life, this is a big part of what we do, is help each other to get clear by opening up possibilities, conceptualizing, saying anything is possible, right? So have fun with it. This is what I do a lot on my walks. When I go for a walk, it's a time when I'm doing a lot of conceptualizing, where I'm trying out new ideas. I'm trying out new possibilities. I'm thinking in new ways. And often, and you'll see this if you follow me personally on Facebook or Instagram, you'll see my highlight stories about the coins. I find coins all the time when I go walking, like almost every walk I go on, but only if I'm not looking for them. I find them when I am in my vision or when I'm in my conceptualization, when I'm just trying things on. What would this be like? And the moments that I feel aligned with what I'm conceiving, what I'm conceptualizing, that's when the coins appear. And it's just a little fun, like little game I play with the universe. And I'm like, oh, I found the coin. Now, what was I thinking in this moment? How was I feeling? And how aligned was I? Because I'm always in a great place when I find the coins. If I'm out there looking for them, I never find them, because it's not what it's about. And the coins don't necessarily mean I'm immediately receiving money. I don't tie that meaning to it. The meaning for me is just that I'm having fun, I'm in alignment, I'm in the present moment, and then boom, there they are. So go have some fun with it. Try these in your meditations, live with it in your mind as if it's real, because the subconscious can't tell the difference between reality and fiction. So just play with it. What would it be like as you're creating, say, the business, let's stick with that, the business that you want? Think about all the things you'd love to create with that. And then as you're out there walking around, just imagine that you already have it. See what it feels like. Try on different concepts of it. Oh, Karen, I love it. Karen and I found pennies when we were out yesterday walking, and she said she found another one on her way home. We had some great talks this weekend. That's awesome. Hi, Steve. Good to see you. So the concept is many possibilities. The vision is focusing on one. Okay? Hi, Anne. Welcome. So you're focusing on the one possibility. You go from general to specific. And as you play with concept into vision, as you're doing this process, you're actually teaching yourself what your vision is. You're discovering more and more of what you want and what you don't want. And then the vision actually becomes its own thing. The vision becomes its own entity. Like Walt Disney, when he created Mickey Mouse, it was just a concept. And then he played with that concept. What if he made him look more like cartoon? What if he had some friends? What if they went on adventures? What if they did, all these things? And then eventually Mickey Mouse became its own vision. It's its own entity, right? And Walt Disney's been gone for years, and this entity has lived on. It was something he created, right? So your creations, your visions actually become their own thing. They become something you create that's not you. So a book, a business, a painting, a relationship, a body. These are all things that you can create. A life you love. So take time to conceptualize it. What are all the possibilities? And then focus into a vision that's just recognizable when you have it. Just enough that when you have it, you go, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to create. How does this sound so far? We start with conception, all the possibilities. We try them on for size. We see how it feels. We experiment with it. And then we start to hone in with focus into the way that we want to bring this concept into reality. We create that vision. Is that making sense so far? Because what I want to address next are 3 ways that you could be challenged in conceiving of your outcomes this way, because it's so different from what we've been taught. Cool. You're with me so far? Sorry, there's always a little lag between what I say and what you type. So yes. Okay, great. Cool. Okay, so oftentimes what happens is that we have never been taught how to create what we want separate from what we think is possible. It's just not the way we're taught in school. It's not the way our parents were taught generally. There are some exceptions. But most of us are taught to goal set based on what's possible. This is a totally different way of doing it. This is choosing what you want to create separate from what you think is possible. Because what you think is possible is already limiting your vision. So, here are 3 things that you can do that are going to help you to create separate from what you think is possible. Number 1, know what you want. Keep asking yourself, what is it that I want? So many of us have been conditioned through our families, our society, our institutions to not know what we want. We know what we're supposed to want, but is that always what we want? So just keep asking yourself and practice this in everything you do. You can start practicing this with, what do I want for breakfast? How do I want to move my body today? What feels good for me? Right? How do I want to show up in this interaction? What do I want out of this relationship? Keep asking yourself what it is that you want. And what will happen is that the more you're asking yourself, what do you want? The more you're tuning into the truth, your truth. And when you can do that in the quote small things, like, what do I want for dinner? Then you can start doing that with the big things. What do I want from my business? What do I want to create in this life? So asking yourself that question, what do I want, does two things. It focuses your attention. So now you're in the present moment, and you start describing the truth to yourself. You start tuning into your own truth. When you're focused and you're tuned into your truth, you're able to avoid confusion and overwhelm. Who would love to avoid confusion and overwhelm, especially when it comes to the things you want to create? So confusion comes from focusing on the process and the solutions without seeing where you're going. Right? If you don't have that clear focus for your vision, you get stuck in how you're going to get there before you've even chosen what you really want to create. Right? And we get lost in the processes. And this person's process and that person's process and how they did it and how she did it and how he did it and what the right way. Yeah. So that's where confusion comes from, is that we haven't conceptualized what it is that we want and actually chosen it so we can focus our vision. Then we get lost in how we're going to get there. That was, to me, traditional goal setting. I would set a goal like, I'm going to be XYZ in my network marketing business, and then I would just like, how do I get there? But I didn't really tune into like what it is I wanted to create from that business. The relationships, the community, right? It was bigger than, I was just focused on like, I need to earn X amount of money, right? And I would get so lost in the trying to figure out the best processes that it kept me in a state of confusion. I would make some progress, but it was always a slog. And then the other part of it is overwhelm. So when you're asking yourself, what is it that you want, you can eliminate confusion and you can eliminate overwhelm. Overwhelm is simply having more input than you can handle. And you start to feel pulled in different directions. You actually start to feel powerless in creating. But when you ask what you want, you get focus, and then all of that input can start to organize itself in a way that makes sense. So when you focus on what you want, like right now in my business, one of the visions that I have is that we are massively expanding our impact, that we're bringing hundreds of people into this free group so that they can start to become powerful creators of their life. How I see that vision, I've conceptualized it. That's what I want. That's my focus. The one way I really want to do that in a way that lights me up and is fun for me is through ads. So now I'm clear that that's going to be the path. I have no more confusion about where it is I'm going. And I don't feel overwhelmed by thinking I have to do 1,000 different things to attract people into the tribe. Okay, so number 2, when it comes to creating what you want separate from what you think is possible, is that you need to consider what you want separate from the process of how you're going to get there. So you choose what you want and then work backward to figure out what actions to take. And this creative process is full of discovering what you don't know. right? So choose the outcomes first, choose the vision, what you want to create, and then you'll be able to figure out what process, what aligned actions you'll take to get there. And then number 3 is separate what you want from questioning what's possible. Like for instance, the Wright brothers, when they wanted to create flight, everyone told them it was impossible. Everyone told them they couldn't do it. I think they might have been successful, and I know other people working on flight as well, but I think it's because they had each other. I think they created their own little 2-person tribe in their bicycle shop, and they shared their concepts. They created together. They conceptualized all these different ways that they could think of to get a plane into the air, right? And then they focused their vision on what that would be. And then they tested. Then they, here's a process. Test that process. Okay, conceptualize, create the vision, focus, test the next process. What's the aligned action, right? That's why it's so important to be surrounded with other conscious creators, because most people will tell you it's not possible. But thank goodness for people who don't listen to that. Otherwise, how could I be live streaming to you on your device right now all over the world? It's pretty remarkable what people have conceptualized, visioned, and created, right? But how many people have said to people like Steve Jobs, oh, you can't put a computer in people's pockets. That's not possible, right? Computers are as big as a room. Whoever, right, conceptualized. He conceptualized this, right? Created that vision, laser focus, separate from what's possible. And we see this all the time inside Align and Design Your Life. When we do the realign process every week, we start with this, what it is that you want. We start with the conception. What's possible? What is it that you want to create? And then we step into that outcome. And what happens every single time is that people feel more relaxed. They feel more calm. They feel peaceful. They feel joyful. They feel at ease. And they feel excited and energized. Why? Because they have chosen to be honest with themselves about what they want. They've looked at what they want without considering if it's possible, right? They didn't censor or inhibit their vision. We already have enough stress in life without adding the stress of not being true to ourselves with what we want to create. Once we truly step into those creations and we're honest with ourselves about what we want, it feels amazing. And from that place, we can start to focus our vision. We can start to ask ourselves, how did I get here? What action did I take? Because vision has power. Vision allows you to reach beyond your current reality. It helps you to take aligned action because you're already where you want to be. The energy or the information that you have is now organized itself in a way that moves you in the right direction. It clarifies things for you. It clarifies your values, what's important to you. It's almost like magic, right? Because you see it in your mind's eye without having to see all the steps to get there. And it unfolds for you as you keep your vision and keep taking aligned action. So this is a totally different way of conceiving what it is that you want in life. So I'd love to know, does anyone are you guys excited? Are you excited about looking at what you want to create in a different way than you have before? I know there are quite a few of you here today that are already in Align and Design Your Life. And you know that this is a big topic of conversation for us because we live in a world where we haven't been taught that you get to just choose what you want. right? Especially as women, and I know we have some men on the call, but especially as women, we're often told what we're supposed to want, who we're supposed to be, what goals we're supposed to have, what outcomes we're supposed to achieve, right? But when we start with this idea of conception, of blank canvas, of anything is possible, and we play with it, we have fun with it, we walk with it, we meditate with it, we talk about it inside the tribe, we start to clarify that vision, we focus it. And as soon as we do that, we know exactly what actions to take. Then it's just a matter of having the courage to follow through. And having that courage to follow through is a whole lot easier when you're surrounded by people who are also doing the same thing and who are cheering you on and who are saying, you've got this, let's go get it. We see that all the time inside Align and Design Your Life. It's so fun to be in, and here in this tribe too. This is a place where you can come and get that support and share with us what your vision is. I'd love for you to come back into the group this week and share your vision. Share your vision for what it is that you want to create. Sue, that's so great. Sue says, thanks for this. I was still unclear about what it is that I wanted, and today I got much clearer. It's so exciting. And honestly, it can start with the little things. You know, like today I woke up and I was like, what do I want? Oh, I want to get clear on my vision. And I spent quite a bit of time just being with that, right? And then it was like, well, what else do I want? I want to move my body. Normally on Mondays I do a HIIT workout, but I didn't feel like that today. When I tuned in and I asked, I was like, oh, I just want to do some yoga. Did a little yoga, right? Just keep asking, what is it that you want? You can start with the daily things. You know, what is it that I want to eat? What is it that I want? How do I want to show up for the people in my life? What do I want to wear? What feels good for me, right? And then the more you do that, then you can start to tune into the what it is that you want for those bigger things in life. What do you do when you just feel overwhelmed with all the possibilities? So overwhelm comes from lack of focus. So when you have all the possibilities, you have to focus that vision into the one thing. There are so many different ways that I could attract people to come into the Alignment Tribe so that I can guide them to be powerful creators of their life. There's tons of possibilities. And sometimes when I think of all those possibilities, I feel completely overwhelmed. But when I really tune into what it is that I want, what lights me up, what feels good, what's fun for me, it's honestly creating ads. I really enjoy that process. It's been way more fun for me than I ever thought it would be. And now I'm focusing on that. It is the one thing that I'm focusing on, and I'm allowing all the other possibilities to just hang out there. I don't have to entertain them. I don't have to do them. I'm going to focus the vision, the big vision, through one process. Right? So it's a matter of choice. Choosing what it is that you want to focus on. Can I share with you my vision for the Alignment Tribe? This is part of what I was working on. One of our students inside Align and Design Your Life had actually asked me this the other day, and it was part of what led me to really looking at what the longer term vision is for this business and what we're creating. Yeah, focus on what's fun for you, what lights you up. Life is meant to be fun. Yeah, so the vision I have for the Alignment Tribe. And yes, Karen, that's a great idea. Write them down so you don't have to remember them. And then it's like, okay, if there's 10 possible ways that this vision could come into reality, I'm going to write down 9 of them, but I'm going to focus on one of them, right? And just trust that if you keep choosing to tune in to your higher self, to what it is that you really want, that it's all going to work out, because there's not a right way or a wrong way to go about manifesting it. But if you're trying 10 different ways, it's just going to take a long time. Right? So my vision for the Alignment Tribe is that it's a place for women entrepreneurs to experience deep and lasting transformation, bringing them into their most powerful selves and embracing an abundant mindset that lets them thrive without limits. They design their ultimate life and business while creating massive change in the world through their work. We're creating a space for women to love themselves, to release their limitations, and create the life they dream about. That's the vision, right? So now that vision gets my focus. When I step into that vision, when I step into that reality, when I picture it, I can turn to today and say, how did I get there? What actions did I take? Well, I stopped thinking I had to do 1,000 things to get there, and I got focused on one thing that brings me the most joy. That's fun for me right now. And that might change. I might change the how of it, but the vision is there. And I can conceive then of whatever I want moving forward, right? You can change it whenever you want. But you'll know when it's true for you, when you're stepping into the truth of it, because it just feels good. It feels peaceful, relaxed, exciting, energizing. That's when you're aligned with your truth. Thank you, everyone. I'm so glad you appreciate that vision. I can't wait. I mean, it's already here. It's here for me now. It's here for you now. Now we just grow it big. Big, big, big. Awesome. Post in the group. What's your conception? What do you want? What's your vision? What do you want to create? Let's do this together. You've got an amazing tribe. You've got some awesome coaches in here, and we are here to support you in creating the life you love. So tune in all throughout the week to stay in a supportive, positive, uplifting, inspiring community, and let us know, what are you creating? I love you all. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you in the group.